Game 4. The sweep is almost complete. And the best part is, Jordyn and Savannah could do it while on the road. To the next round they go, but first, they gotta complete the sweep.
Here we go.
Game 4 here of the WNBA playoffs round 1, best of 7 series. This time we're playing as Savannah this time. Jordyn played lights out last game. Not only landing threes, but also landing free throws and drawing fouls. Connecticut Sun off to a 2-point lead here to start. The Comets trying to sweep this series and go on to the next round. Whereas the Sun are trying to avoid at least being swept, especially in their home court. There's nothing worse than losing at home, but especially being swept in the last 2 games being at home. And Savannah drops that 3. Alyssa Thomas with the 2. Getting in there. Let's look at this replay. Perfect pass, perfect positioning. Getting there for the 2. Savannah with a jumper. There it is. 2 shot. It's called buckets for a reason, but it doesn't just mean she's good for 3. She's good for everything. Carrington with nobody in sight there. The one good thing that the Comets have done a great job of is forcing the issue. Alyssa Thomas getting the reach-in foul. It's the first foul of the game for any team. And Jordyn, Savannah tried to get the ball to her sister there and force a turnover, unfortunately. Speaking of turnovers, there's Sandra Cooper with one. Savannah going up and forcing the issue. There it is. Neither team has really played defense here. You know, they've been trading baskets. And that's one thing you don't want to do if you're either team in this scenario. You want to just make defensive stops, get things going. You don't want to play trading baskets. Savannah's got it. Back to Powers. Powers letting one go. That one looked a little off and didn't look like her best work there. You still have the expansion draft happening next season, in which the San Antonio Stampede are going to come into play. You know, the question being, are the Comets going to make the same mistake the Sparks did and not protect, at the very least, their franchise players in Jordyn and Savannah? And that's what started out this offseason drama in the first place, was all of that. Savannah tried to get the steal. Jasmine Thomas with the ball. Carrington. Jordyn working over there. Jasmine Thomas getting over there. Nobody there. And Savannah gives up a 3. That was her assignment. She couldn't get there quick enough. But it's okay. Things happen. And have Savannah rest for a bit. Here and put Mabry in. As the bench does a good job there, and all the starters are back in. The bench has, throughout the time in Jordyn and Savannah series, all the way back to 2K22, with the New York Liberty, you know, the bench was the problem. The bench couldn't keep a lead. You know, but it looks like they've sprawled out to a lead. And this is Hall of Fame difficulty, folks. You know, and this is just a team that came to play. You know, like I mentioned before in the last video, usually expansion teams aren't meant to do this well. But they drafted well. They got their franchise players in Jordyn and Savannah to 5-year deals. As Savannah goes up and can't get that one, can't finish it. But I like the effort. Savannah again forcing the issue, can't get that one to go. She's been trying to do the thing that Jordyn has been so exceptional at. And that's just forcing the issue, trying to, you know, fight for the basket, and so far it hasn't worked out in her favor. But her team's out to a decent lead right now. So, you know, it's not the worst thing in the world. As with that 3, it makes it a 10-point deficit now. Oh! Carrington tried to get a charging foul and ends up getting a blocking foul instead that goes against her. And halftime is here. We're at 51-40. And it appears that it's looking like that the Comets are going to sweep this series if they can keep this going. Well, remember, the Aces eliminated Jordyn and Savannah with the Liberty in the playoffs. So, you know, just because they move on doesn't necessarily mean that they can celebrate yet. I mean, there's going to be a powerhouse in the Aces that's going to be a obstacle that they're going to have to deal with. And they've always dealt with the Aces. It's always been them. But it seems that Jordyn Williams and Savannah Williams, the Williams sisters, have been the kryptonite for the Superman that is the Aces. Savannah gets that steal. Cooper going in there for the 2. That's what you got to do. You got to force turnovers just like this one. Jordyn, 3, off. And Alyssa Thomas trying to keep the Sun in it. There's Sandra Cooper. Sandra Cooper going up. Getting the foul and getting the 2.
Second personal foul. Cooper at the line for 1.
And Sandra Cooper waits. Now, she's not too good at the free throw line, but you know, she's more for the rebounding and on the interior, so we'll have to wait and see how this fares. Cooper, 3, gets the 3-point play. You gotta just love the effort from this team. They share the rock as Jordyn gets the steal. Cooper, jumper, off. And, you know, even though that they're not capitalizing on every situation, they're playing good defense. They've just been playing good ball. I mean, they're up 3-0 in this series. I mean, they're sitting pretty right now. But they just got to talk about closing out this game, being where they should be. I mean, look at that. 40 rebounds a game. I mean, they're 8th, but, you know, that's... They've just been hammering the glass throughout this series. And they've just been impossible to keep up with. As Holmes getting that wide open 3. Luckily, Savannah, that was her assignment. You know, that didn't hurt her. 3, there it is. And the Houston Comets on an 11-2 run right now. Like I said, they just keep on running up the score, making great solid plays on defense, forcing turnovers. They're just doing everything that they should be doing. Savannah gets the steal there, and Sandra Cooper's got it. Tried to make a pass, and unfortunately, turnover. Carrington. And back to Thomas. Mr. Thomas. And back to Bonner. Spin move, tried for it. They gotta shoot it. Jasmine Thomas with a 3, even with someone in her face. Good defensive play, however, but sometimes you just get a good shot. Like a little bit of space, a good look. There's right one on the basket. Mabry's going to take the substitution. Now we're in the 4th now. 71-54. Savannah continuing to force the issue. There's Hartley in there for the 2. And the Connecticut Sun are going to need a miracle right now if they want to stay in this series and not be eliminated. But it seems like they're not going to get that. Especially if there's stuff like that as Jones going up for the 2. Brianna Jones was a trade star. We traded the White Mamba Diana Taurasi there in exchange for a young star. You know, we weren't sure if she was going to retire, you know, and that's why we put her up for the trade. She just wasn't performing as well as the Comets had wanted her to and anticipated her to. But, you know, it worked out great in the end because you got a young star. You got this roster, pretty much all of them are in their mid-20s. There's only a couple that are in their, you know, later 20s and early 30s. So this is a very youthful roster. You know, this is a roster that you can build around. You got the franchise players in Jordyn and Savannah. You know, you got the great pieces here for a great team. And I mean, usually, and they're not, and usually it's unheard of. It's unheard of for an expansion team to be a championship contender right out of the gate. The question is, will they be able to continue it throughout the years to come? Because you got the San Antonio Stampede that are going to probably be an issue. Who knows how they're going to be? But all Savannah and Jordyn need to focus on now is bringing Houston a championship. That's all they need to focus on right now. Look at this double team. This is an absolute double team, forcing a turnover. And the Sun on 69, Savannah jumping up for that pass. And still Savannah going in and getting the foul. And Savannah going up and getting the three-point play. You know, that's when you make mistakes. Is when you got to force, you know, the issue. There's Jordyn trying to get the ball. Was unable to. Jasmine Thomas. Pass to Alyssa Thomas, and she gets the 2 there. But they are forcing, they are doing some problems. They are being a problem for the Sun here. As again, Savannah drawing the foul. 25 points, 3 assists. And if she makes this other free throw, it's going to be 27. And there it is. These aren't like blowouts. Some of them aren't even blowouts, I would say. You know, these games are very winnable for the Sun. You know, they just don't seem to be making the right decisions here. That's really all it is. They've come close numerous times to winning games. They're just making too many turnovers, too many missed opportunities, just like that 3 right there. You know, it's just way too much. And Savannah can't get that one to go. You know, and even on the opportunities that the Comets haven't been able to capitalize on. They've just capitalized on the opportunities a lot more than the Sun has throughout this entire series. And missing those 2 free throws is just, you know, it's basically just another illustration to how poorly the Sun have played throughout this entire series here. And there's a reason why they're going to get swept. You know, this team is a force, and they just have to keep doing it throughout the entirety of the playoffs, because the Aces are gonna, they're coming hungry. They want to eliminate Jordyn and Savannah again from the playoffs. They want to be the champions. But the Houston Comets and Jordyn and Savannah, they want to be the champions in their first season back in the WNBA. Is Savannah being able to draw that foul. And able to get those 2. And Savannah again getting that turnover. Natasha Cloud able not to do anything with it. Tried to get another turnover there. Almost did. Forcing the issue. Forcing a bad shot. And that's going to be offline there. Is Mabry the rebound. Or Mabry with the ball, excuse me. Natasha Cloud. There's Savannah. Savannah's going to go up and try for the 2. And gets it. This is just abysmal play here, and like this, it's just like that. You know, they're playing too good a defense, not capitalizing on the opportunities that the Comets have basically given the Sun. Thus, with like wide open 3s and just miscues by the Comets, and that is going to allow the Houston Comets to sweep the Connecticut Sun and move on to the next round here in the WNBA playoffs.